Good morning again, guys and girls. Here I am, back at you in yet another live stream. First of all, I done an hour live this morning without a single solitary view. My shorts are flying, but I breached the terms and conditions of YouTube without realising. So I've just done an hour stream, earlier on. I've not made it public because it didn't get a single view, and that's not normal. So I'm going to try again. I've sent some feedback to YouTube. I've apologised to them just for putting pictures on of something that I thought would be inspiring to people. What they can do with the money if they don't spend it on drugs. Basically, they took thousands of, not off me watch hours, not off me analytical things, but on my description. It says I've only had 157 views when in reality I've had thousands more. Tens of thousands more. So I'm going to give it one more shot. And if it doesn't improve, I'm going to flip to a different TikTok. I might as well just say it. So I'm going to see how I get on this live stream. I've not made it public, but YouTube can see it. Now, I'm not stupid. I've only just started my channel, so I'm not going to get crazy views like I used to get on my old channel, which I got sabotaged. Well, I lost the number and I didn't have a backup channel. The number's on its way back. It's going to take 7 to 10 days. So we'll set this channel up. It is early in the morning, but people are up at this time. So I'm going to do another hour. I'm going to see how I get on. I've sent an apology to YouTube, all through putting some pictures on, which broke the guidelines. So if you break the rules, you suffer the consequences. But I do believe you should have a warning first. So anyway, all I was trying to do was prove if you don't spend your money on drugs and you clean up your lifestyle, you can buy things and have a better life. I didn't think there was any harm in that, but obviously YouTube did. And if that's the guidelines, that's the guidelines. I've read a lot of them, but they're very small. They're very hard to read. But I'll see how I get on in this next hour. But there's plenty of other platforms out there. What it is, you put your rate to the bottom of the algorithm, and I'm already rated at the bottom because I'm only just starting off again. But it's like, what's the point of doing it if you're not going to get acknowledgement? But drugs and mental health is the channel, so that's all I should be posting on my channel. Anything to do with them two subjects, which both intertwine in each other. Bad mental health can turn you to drugs, and on the flip side, drugs definitely turn your mental health sour. Any drug, gateway drug, cannabis, they call a gateway drug, which it probably is. It wasn't for me. I started much deeper than that. But when you start at the age of 26, doesn't matter what age you start. I had a guy send me some messages yesterday telling me his brother started using heroin at age 12. Which I find bizarre myself. He's 19 now. So he says, anyway. Or so he said. I'm in no reason not to believe him at the end of the day. But I am going to open other socials up anyway, regardless. So after this live, I am going to open a TikTok account. I don't know how to do Instagram, so I'm just going to stick with YouTube and TikTok. But me shorts are flying. Most of them. But the live streaming, I mean, I've got less than 70 subscribers, but I've got them in less than 2 weeks. You know, you must have seen the shorts begging for subscribers, because you do need 50 to live stream like this. And I prefer live streaming because it cuts out all the editing and stuff like that. But I have been learning editing for when I do finally go out with the GoPro camera that cost me £900, but it's 3 weeks ago. So that's going to be my aim, but I need to learn how to edit. There's no point going out and getting a load of footage. You know, my aim is to go out around the northwest at first, just local towns from Liverpool, my hometown even. But I don't want to go up to homeless people and put a camera in the face and embarrass them. You know, I'd rather either ask for the permission first off camera. I don't know whether that's what they do, but from the ones I'm seeing, they don't. I'm not going to mention names, but certain big YouTubers as well, big successful YouTubers, always go, and even in Liverpool, they just show the rough parts. You know, parts with fucking couches all over the street and fly tipping and all that. Why not go and show the affluent parts of Liverpool? Show people what Liverpool really is, because it is a nice place and the people are friendly, you know. But anyway, going back to what I set up the channel for, I got on heroin at 26 years of age, which is a late starter by all accounts. But nonetheless, it's a start that could have and should have been prevented. But it never. I started, and you know, I can't take that back now. All I can do is keep on the recovery train, take it one day at a time, even though I'm a lot stronger these days, hell of a lot stronger, and there's a very nothing could steer me back to drugs. Nothing. It makes you into a horrible person, you know, and then mental health. Bad mental health can turn you to drugs, and drugs definitely turn your mental health bad. So it's a double-edged sword, and it's a bad concoction. Any drug, cannabis included. There's no such thing as a drug that doesn't do any harm. Does cannabis psychologically messes you up? But these days, the drugs have got even worse, because they're putting bloody additives in them. Since when was crack cocaine or cannabis physically addictive? Never was when I started it, but it is now, which makes it 10 times worse, if not more, than it is to start with. You know, I've got multiple diagnoses, mental health, which I'm on multiple medications for. But drugs has not helped that in any way, shape or form. It just hasn't. It's made it worse. But now that I'm off drugs, things can improve. You know, I put a thing on yesterday, a couple of posts, something that me not using drugs has enabled me to purchase. And I put it on, and I looked at my description this morning, and YouTube had took about 14,000 views off it. Not my watch hours, not off my analytics, all there on my analyticals that I can see. Other people can't see that. So they probably look at a channel on so many views, I think, just bypass it. But to be honest, it takes a lot of courage. And some people find it embarrassing to come on here and explain to the world, tell the world your personal problems, just to try and help other people. Like I had a guy on yesterday saying to me that his little brother started using heroin when he was bloody 12. He's now 19. How can he stop him? Because I did put a post out a day before, a few days before, or somewhere, that he's picked up and seen it. If you spot any telltale signs, if you want a few pointers on what telltale signs to spot on drug use, specifically heroin, particularly heroin and crack cocaine, give us a shout and I'll try and help you if I can. I'm not a doctor, so I can't give medical advice, I always say that. But I can give my own personal experiences. But what works for one person doesn't necessarily work for the other, you know? So, that being said, I'm gonna install a TikTok account to work alongside this, because it's only the same criteria, you know, same amount of reach. Gets to every country in the world, all 198 of them. Well, it can, I'm not saying it will, but it can do. That's a possibility. So I just want to use my experience and downfalls to try and prevent the youth. But you can't prevent the youth when you get you get asked to, is it for kids, is it not for kids? Obviously, it's not for kids. But part of me feels as it should be available to a certain age group of kids, because, you know, them not just listening to me, but listening to people like me who have lived a drug-ravaged lifestyle and come out the other end. It's possible, but then you've got the argument of, if they don't see it to start with, it's not going to plant a seed. So, it's, you know, YouTube make their own rules up, guidelines, whatever. I suggest you follow them. Otherwise, you get sent right to the bottom of the pile. I'm already just starting off on a new channel, as it is. And me posting something I just purchased has only made it 10 times worse, if not more. I've done a live stream before for an hour and didn't get one view. Whereas all my shorts and my other live streams are flying, considering the numbers as in subscribers that I've got. I keep thinking, well, yeah, that's low. But I keep forgetting I've not got nearly 2,000 subscribers like he had on the other channel, which is on its way back anyway. But when it does come back, when I do get the number back, and I can get the one-time passcode to activate it again, even though I put my new number, it's not new, it's nearly 2 years old, this contract number, as a recovery number, it keeps pointing me to 2 email addresses that I've no longer got control over. I've lost. I know what they are, but in fact, I don't know what 2 of them are that they're putting up. So whether too many people are coming on YouTube and they want to trim it back, because I woke up this morning after posting something that I'm proud of, that I've just purchased to make my life better. It's just messed my YouTube thing up and kicked me further to the bottom. I got more views when I first started with 50 subscribers than I get now, and I've put a few lives out, and a lot of shorts. But like I keep saying, I have got a GoPro camera. It's cost me nearly £900. Well, it cost me more than £900 because you had to buy a third mic, just in case I speak to a couple. And I've got to wear one myself. So you clip one to each of them and one for me. It's 50 quid for a waterproof mic. You know, a Bluetooth one. And an extra battery. You get 2 with the device. It's a top of the range one that I bought. I got told to buy that one because of the battery life. But I also got advised to buy an extra battery. So I'll take 2 or 3 power banks out with me. So I'm out for the day. And my aim is, like I've said, to go around around Liverpool first probably. And then around the northwest. And hopefully get monetised. And then the money you get from super stickers and super chats and buy me a coffees can pay for flights to go to the likes of, Milan, Paris, Amsterdam, Germany, just around Europe on cheap flights, jump in a hostel, a backpackers hostel, 10, 15, 20 euros a night, because, you're seeing the world as well, so you're winning, and plus you're spreading a positive message. But I've sent an apology, like in the feedback thing, to YouTube. But you want to know why my shorts, most of my shorts are well over 1,000, approaching 2,000. But yet the live streaming was getting views, and now it's just not. So I'm going to open a TikTok account up and do them both, because it's only the same criteria, same reach, really, just a different brand, or I don't even know whether one owns the other, I don't know. But I used to have a TikTok account. I tried to log in before, using my username. In fact, you know what? I didn't put the symbol at before my username, so I'll try that. But see, 20 minutes in, not one view. But And I didn't make the one I just done before for an hour public. I kept it private, and I will delete it. So I'll wait for a response. I'll do this last one now, then I won't live stream again. I'll just do a few shorts, but I will lean more towards TikTok and get that lifted off the ground and have a fresh start. You've just got to get 1,000 followers, or if your content's half decent, which is gonna be. I'm just brushing the cobwebs off here, really, because I've not done it for ages. My biggest YouTube live stream was 15.8 thousand in 3 hours, which is a lot for a small channel with 1.7. I didn't even have 1.7 thousand, and I don't think. Less than 1,000, I think. It was monetized, so I mustn't have had. There's still nearly $600 in that account. But I will get the account back. It's not as though it's lost. I've tried logging into it a few times, and it's just saying recovery phone number. It's this one I'm on now. And then it kicks me to two email addresses. I can't even remember what the email addresses are. I know what the main email address is, but I can't remember what the other email addresses are, to be quite honest with you. So we'll see what happens. And if not, if I don't have any joy in this hour live now, because normally I do 3-hour ones a day. If I don't have any joy in this one now, I'm just going to swerve it for a bit until I've had a response from YouTube. Because I googled it. Why is there thousands of... It's not gone off me watch hours. They've not took it off me, my analyticals that I can see. But when people go to the description and see just a few hundred people seeing it, they just bypass it. So what's the fucking point? You know what I mean? I was only showing. I should have labelled it as that, really. It looked like I was advertising it. No, why am I going to advertise a bloody mobile home on a YouTube mental health channel? You're just not, are you? Especially not when it's got drugs linked to it as well. Knowing I'm an ex-drug user. So anyway, leave that alone now before I get a violation. But the bottom line of it is, I think you should get a warning first before they start taking to the bottom of the algorithm, knowing that you're just starting out again and you're at the bottom of the algorithm anyway. But bitter means, I feel a bit bitter, to be honest. Why should I, I've had one short that's gone from, just one particular one of a few, that's gone from 2 at 2:30 this morning when I woke up. Done a couple of little shorts for the American audience, really, because when you look at the analytics, it tells you obviously where people are viewing from, and there's a big time difference in America. So I'm more sleeping they're away, more or less. But drugs and mental health don't cause each other problems. If you've got bad mental health, not always, but with me it did, sent me to drugs. And then drugs, in turn, just make your fucking mental health worse. So you can't win me drugs. That's why I should leave them alone. But you can't even tell the youth, the kids, because this isn't really for kids to listen to. That's why I always choose no kids when you start your live stream. But it's going to be going for 2 weeks, my channel, anyway. So what I'll do, I'll just let this be my last stream, I think, because I've been in 25 minutes already and no views. So they've kicked me straight to the bottom of the algorithm. You know, even if people wanted to come in, they just won't let them in. So I'll wait to see what response I get back from me, not appeal, just when it says send feedback, sent it back, apologised, acknowledged what I'd done. Maybe if I'd put a caption up to say, this is what you can do if you don't use drugs and you use your money sensibly. Might have been a bit different, but I never. You know, it was like I was trying to advertise it on here. But like I said before, why would I? It's not that you don't advertise that on a channel like this. It's not going to get thingy very well, is it? So anyway, I'm not even going to let this one run for an hour. I'm not even going to make, and I didn't make the last one public either. I'm certainly going to not make this one public. But I have got half an hour spare. So, I'll just carry it on. There's only so many times you can say, don't use drugs and, you know, give me diagnoses out, which is embarrassing. But mental health needs bringing to the forefront, because it just gets brushed under the carpet too much. It's almost as if it's one of the biggest killers, and the government wants it to fucking carry on. That's how it seems to me. Anyway, that's my opinion. Like poor Ricky Hatton, God bless his soul, was jogging on a treadmill on a Saturday afternoon, knowing he was going to commit suicide on the Sunday, which he did. It's in the public domain, so I'm sure I can mention that. But that's giving me like no faith, like, in YouTube, because you'd expect a violation or a warning even before a violation. But I went on, I googled it this morning, and it clearly said, if you've got a mental health and drug awareness channel, and you change your niche, in other words, change your subject, then, you know, your numbers reduce dramatically, and the algorithm will kick you to the bottom of the pile. Well, I'm already starting off a new channel, so I'm already at the bottom of the pile, and that just makes things worse. I've never done an hour live, even just starting off, without it hitting at least a couple of hundred. But yeah, so I am gonna. I don't do Instagram. I'm just gonna stick with YouTube and set up a TikTok channel up after this live stream, because it's the same criteria, 1,000 followers to do live videos. So you just, I think it's pre-recorded. I can't remember. It's been, I was last on TikTok in 2021. There's videos of me on there swimming across that lake in Southport, nearly getting attacked by a load of geese getting out. Shit myself I did. I don't advise that, by the way. You're not allowed to swim in there, I didn't realise. Only realised after. I had some guy recording it on my phone on the bridge. It was funny, and you know, it wasn't even cold. I mean, it was summer, but the water wasn't even cold at all. You'd expect it to be freezing, it was warm. It's crazy, man. But dangerous, so don't try it. Half an hour point now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make this one public, because the other one left as private. It's a bit embarrassing doing an hour long video and not getting a single view. And then when somebody tried to come in, they kicked them straight out. So we'll see what I get back off the apologies and the feedback. My mouth's bone dry. But I've just finished a cup of coffee, so I've got no water. So, yeah, don't violate. If you've got a certain niche, certain subjects on YouTube, stick to them subjects. If you don't, they'll fuck you over. Not fuck you over, they'll clamp down. They've made some new rules in 2026. It's all this AI. You know, it used to get pulled days later, or if at all. Now, I was pulled overnight. Opened my eyes this morning. There's fucking 20,000, not views gone off my watch time or my analyticals, like I said before, but off what other people can see. So they'll take one look and think, that's not what I was looking at. Do you know what I mean? And I'm only just starting out now. I was going to go to the library this morning and get some books on mental health and drug abuse, drug awareness. Even though I've got life experience, it's good to, I'm going to stop vaping on camera as well. Because when you get monetized, you won't get no adverts if you've got a vape in your hand. AdSense, you won't get that, you know. You can still buy me a coffee and super stickers and super chats, but, you know. And they've made it easier as well. You're only going to get 500 subs now to monetize your channel. This is called Beat Drug and Mental Health Issues. If you go to Beat Drug and Mental Health Issues together, you'll see that's my channel and how many views you used to get, and that it is monetized. Not that that's the be all and end all, but that's what everybody aims for. Nobody just does YouTube for nothing. Yeah, they do it for a double-edged sword. They do it to help other people. You know, if I'm living proof that I can get off drugs and stay off drugs, then I'm sure other people can. There's a lot of people. If I have only come across one, I'm going to go on a live at 10 o'clock. Yeah, she goes live at 10 every morning. It's depression_talk. So I'm going to see what she says and how she goes about the channel, because the only ones I've seen are professionals, and they get hundreds of thousands of views per video. My other channel's got, which I'm currently locked out at the minute, has had 1.4 million eyeballs on it. Loads of videos and live streams, but still had over 1 million eyeballs on it. Well, 2 million because you got 2 eyes, haven't you? But yeah, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna commit between them both. So I'll do a live on here, then do a live on TikTok, or videos on here and videos on TikTok, because I think you've got to get 1,000 on TikTok, 1,000 followers before. But you can follow. And I've had over 10,000 before. I know we have on my old channel. And I'm going to try and put the at in front of it. Because it did say, I mean, I don't know the number. I don't know the email address. But I know the username. But I didn't put the at sign before the name of the channel. So I'm going to try that. And if not, I'm just going to register just a brand new one and start from scratch. Because it's something to do. I'm not moving much because of my knee. I'm going to be moving even less when I get. So this year is just a write-off for me, basically. I can't do much. But just for putting something on, which I've took off now, that I've been able to do, all because of not using, well, not all because I stopped using drugs and, stopped blowing my money on drugs. Then I tell everybody, once you get off drugs, your pockets will feel heavier. And they do, because they're not empty all the time. Like they aren't drugs, and it's not just about money, it's about your health when you're taking drugs. Your mental health, your physical health, everything. I've not been to prison since I last left that prison gate on the 15th, Thursday, the 15th of March, 2015. And I started the sentence in January 2014. I got 27 months for arson, which is the only offence now that is currently on my file. All the rest are classed as spent if they're 7 years old. And the reason the government done that was because they was finding it really, really difficult for people to get employment with a criminal record. So now you don't need to declare them by law. Only Scheduled 1 offences, which is like murder, manslaughter, robberies, armed robbery, like sexual offences, arson, like serious offences. So I'm fucked on that front. But I've always been told anyway, in prison, that don't just leave it blank. Previous convictions, rather than saying no, I'm committing a lie. I was told in prison by teachers, and not schools, teachers in education, to just leave it blank and see what they come with. At least you've got some chance then, rather than no chance. But if you put no when you have, then you're telling lies, aren't you? You could probably get fucked for fraud or make it even worse for yourself. But some people give you a chance. Others don't and won't. Depends who they are. Yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that video to public, upload it, and I'm going to upload this one, because I kept the other one private, because I thought, what, an hour live stream, not one single view. But I was going to wait until I've had a response off YouTube for sending me feedback. But I'm still going to set up a TikTok channel anyway and do both, because then it's a double whammy then, isn't it? You've got 2 chances. But when I get out with that GoPro, It's just the editing I'm trying to learn at the moment because it's difficult and it takes a lot of time. But if you use that CapCut, not the free one, the one that you paid for, apparently it's 100 times better, more simpler, and it does most of the editing for you. It's just like you just got to flip through what you want on and what you don't want. I mean, you'd never cut what somebody says. You'd never edit that because that's just wrong. But when you're walking around all day with your GoPro out, you don't want, when you're going from A to B, if you turn it off, you're supposed to turn it off, but if you keep it running, which a lot of people do, I'm told, then you sing it. But yeah, back to my diagnosis is emotional unstable personality disorder, known as borderline personality disorder as well, dissocial personality disorder, adult ADD, chronic PTSD from physical, emotional and sexual abuse in care home as a child, that anxiety and depression on top of that, all of which is from being treated for. Apart from the ADD, I've just had a screening. But this is an hour and 40 minutes without one view. Now I'll check the other one, but it wouldn't have had any views because it's private and I was going to delete it. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it public, make this one public, and maybe I'll pick up some views because I've been getting subscribers of every single live I've done, whether it be 1 or 5 or 6, and they all build up because everybody wants to get monetized off YouTube, even if it's just fun. I'm not buying it though. You can buy views. I'm not paying for views because that's just false. Do you know what I mean? You'd have to continue doing that, and I'm not prepared to pay for views when you shouldn't really have to. I don't even know why you've got that fucking feature on, to be honest. And that's why you get a lot of people, traveling the world because they paid for the views. I don't even know how much it is per view. I know it's pennies. So you've got to, kind of go viral and get 100,000 plus per video to start making any kind of money that's useful on YouTube or TikTok or any other platform for that matter. I'm going to have a good look after this live stream because my shorts are flying. It's just the live streams that have gone to put since I put them things up of the mobile home yesterday, because it's not a mobile home channel. It was like I was trying to advertise it on here. Well, why would they do that when, I shouldn't have put them on to start with. YouTube guidelines aside, because I wouldn't want them knowing the people who would be renting it, wouldn't want them knowing about that I've got a mental health channel and I used to be a drug addict, obviously. So it wasn't to my benefit. I was just trying to show what's possible if you stop drugs. Yeah, I might look a bit under the influence now, but don't forget I'm on a lot of medication, which make a sedative medication, pain relief, and head medication. But I'm stable, and I've had not much sleep. Don't know why, but I've had hardly any sleep last night. That's why I get up at 5 o'clock. I normally get up at 6, half 6 anyway. But I got up at 4:30, 5 this morning. I had a look at my YouTube. I thought, where's all them views gone? They've not, like I said, they've not took it off my watch hours. They've not took it off me, my analyticals. So the numbers are still there. But people only I can see them. Like only you can see yours. Mr. and Mrs. Nobody that's not watching. Anyway, listen, I'm going to stop this live now. And I'm going to put it to public and see what happens. So we'll see you soon. Thanks for listening. Bye.